Welcome to another eye-opening chapter from Infinity Beyond. We've explored the historical race to dominate the stars, but in this era, the battles of space are no longer about grand explosions or laser beams. Instead, they unfold in silence, through disruption, stealth, and digital sabotage. The modern space conflict is often invisible, fought not with brute force, but with lines of code, electromagnetic pulses, and orbital espionage. Unlike Cold War battleships or missile silos, the new warriors are satellites, devices no bigger than a refrigerator, orbiting high above us, conducting surveillance, relaying communication, and guiding precision weaponry. But just as these satellites enable modern life and defense systems, they also become critical targets. Imagine a military operation in the 21st century. Troops depend on GPS signals to navigate. Drones rely on live satellite feeds. Command centers coordinate through encrypted space-based links. Disable just one node in this network, and the mission could collapse. That's where space cyber warfare comes in. It might begin with jamming, a method as old as radio. By overwhelming a satellite's signals with noise, you can cut off communication temporarily. But more sophisticated attacks go deeper. Hackers, often state-sponsored, attempt to breach satellite control systems. Once inside, they might manipulate data, redirect the satellite, or even render it useless. In 2007 and 2008, reports surfaced that Chinese hackers gained access to U.S. Earth observation satellites through ground-based terminals. While no damage was done, it showed how vulnerable these critical systems were. And since then, such incidents have only grown in frequency and complexity. But the battlefield isn't limited to cyberspace. Consider the use of robotic arms in space. Originally developed for repair and docking operations, these tools can be repurposed. A satellite with a mechanical arm can grapple another satellite, disable it, or move it out of orbit. Russia's Cosmos 2542 was observed maneuvering unusually close to a U.S. spy satellite, behavior that raised alarms in military circles. Then there's laser dazzling, a non-destructive method of blinding satellite sensors. High-powered lasers, based on the ground or in orbit, can temporarily blind or damage sensitive optics. It's like shining a flashlight into a surveillance camera, but from thousands of kilometers away. And let's not forget orbital mines. While they sound like science fiction, concepts exist for small co-orbital objects that follow enemy satellites and activate when conflict begins. They don't need to explode. Just bumping into a satellite at orbital speed is enough to cause catastrophic failure. Even more concerning is that much of this activity is deniable. Attribution is difficult. Was a satellite's failure caused by a micrometeorite, a software glitch, or a targeted cyber attack? In the shadows of orbit, proof is elusive, making it hard to respond or deter future strikes. This ambiguity is dangerous. Without clear evidence or open communication, space incidents could escalate into Earth-bound conflicts. Furthermore, as more nations launch satellites, the congestion in orbit increases. Over 8,000 active satellites now circle Earth, with thousands more planned. With so many actors and machines in a limited area, the risk of accidental or intentional interference is higher than ever. But this invisible war isn't just between nations. Commercial satellites, which provide internet, TV, and navigation, are also targets. A major hack or jamming event could disrupt economies, paralyze transportation, or even impact global banking systems. So what can be done? Experts propose stronger international agreements to define and regulate space warfare. Others advocate for building more resilient systems, redundant satellites, hardened encryption, and better detection of anomalies. Some even suggest deploying space bodyguards, guardian satellites that patrol and protect valuable assets. At Infinity Beyond, we believe awareness is the first step. The public must understand that the space above is not empty. It's a crowded, contested domain, where silence doesn't mean peace. The war in space might not be seen with the naked eye, but its consequences would be felt across every corner of Earth. In our next episode, we'll examine the newest generation of space weapons: hypersonic gliders, orbital railguns, and kinetic kill vehicles that may redefine how battles are fought beyond our skies.